Noah, thank you for joining me today on Press Day for Leverage Redemption, premiering Amazon Freeview November 16th. I just had Gina and Beth on a few minutes ago. I was just telling them how, like, maybe get your take on this. It feels like it's been forever since season one ended.
I agree. I agree. I wish that these things got picked up a little quicker and we could get back to work a little sooner.
Okay. I had the opportunity to watch the first two episodes last night to get ready for this, and I was just saying like how it's like still full of action, still full of like energy and fun and suspense. What's your thoughts on all this? What are you hoping for when viewers return to watch season two?
I hope they're just as gratified as they were last year. You know, the response that we got last year was so fantastic. Fantastic for me being a new member, fantastic for the original characters to know the audience was still out there and enjoyed, watching these people work. Um, this season was more fun in some ways because it wasn't about proving ourselves. It was more really about exploring, and you didn't have to dedicate so much screen time to explaining who everybody is and what the backstory is. Now we can move forward, and it's a lot more fun to do that. What this show does well is take a headline from today's newspaper about something horrible happening in the world to somebody, an innocent, and our crew finds them and is able to deliver some measure of justice to them and make the world a little bit better place. And it's an old model that used to be really popular, and then TV changed as the world changed, and now the world's changed again. And it's nice to have heroes in white hats.
Right.
Defeating the bad guy in the black hat and saving the town again.
Is it just me, or does Harry Wilson have a lawyer written all over that with that name?
A what?
Harry Wilson. That sounds just like a lawyer name, in my
It's
opinion, at
totally
least.
lawyer. Harry Wilson, attorney at law. Absolutely. Harry Wilson, Esquire.
uh, how is it connected with this character? How do you like prepare to play this character?
He's because he's a fixer and because he's a guy who's played with a sort of sliding moral scale. Uh, there's a looseness to him that I try to inhabit. There's sort of, and also there's a kind of laissez-faire attitude in New Orleans in general, in Louisiana. There's an ease to people's conversation and their energy. I tell people all the time, one of the things I love best about working there is that people from New Orleans face existential threats every year in the form of horrible weather. So when there's not an existential threat on their doorstep, they love life and they have a wonderful sort of joie de vivre about this is a good day because there's nothing bad about it. And it brings life into relative perspective in a healthy way, I find. And it's fun to inhabit a character that knows what a big deal is and doesn't get rattled too easy and has seen all sides of the coin and knows that there's a solution. One door may have closed, but there's probably another one that's opened. And I think that's a fun perspective to have.
What do you love about Harry?
He's kind of a Swiss Army knife guy, If you need him to be the foil of the joke, he can do that. If you need him to be the hero, he can do that. If you need him to be romantic, he can. So I think I like his versatility most.
During season one, we kind of see you try to like redeem your character, like with the daughter and mother, ex-wife, mother, would you say? How much are we going to see him change throughout season two now?
Well, I think we kind of established that he is walking the right road now, and his daughter and his ex-wife see him differently, which was the goal of the first season's change of heart. And having established that, we don't dedicate a lot of screen time to it this year. Unfortunately, because she's actually my daughter playing my daughter, I didn't get to work with her again this year. They didn't before. But hopefully they're keeping that character of Becky alive and they'll bring her back so we can have some more screen time together.
We're going to see the first three episodes drop, and we have 13 total. Is there a special episode this season that you can't wait for people to see?
There's one that I had a lot more to do with than the rest. I got to join the writing staff this year, which was extremely gratifying. And so the episode that I wrote, they also, it just so happened, they let me direct. So I was all over one called the Walk in the Woods job. And I'm really proud of it. It turned out really well. I think it's fun.
Is there during season one, working with the cast and everything, did you have more scenes with anybody on season two that you were excited about because you didn't work with them as much in season one?
I always like working with Beth. I always like working with Christian. Gina and I get paired up a lot together, and I don't think we're sick of each other's company, but I think we're both gratified when we get to play with other people. um, Everybody's fun. Certain people bring out my silly side when I'm working, and it makes the day more pleasurable. Those are always fun people to work with, but I'm always up for a challenge.
There you go. What are the odds we see a Harry spinoff?
They talked about it. It was something that was actually almost on the design board for a minute. But I think that it didn't go very far, and it hasn't gone any farther than any of the other conversations to franchise the Leverage team into different universes. I'm pretty happy being part of this crew.
That's awesome. November 16th, Amazon Freebie. No, I want to thank you for giving me a few minutes today on press day.
Oh, pleasure, man. It's great talking to you.